All right, it is Friday, April 30th, last day of the month. This is the other part of the hostel I hadn't shown you really, but I've been out there last night. The tenting is down below. We were out in the rain last night, but no thunderstorm, as it turns out. I'm getting a late start. I don't know what time it is, but it's probably close to 8 o'clock. And 13 miles today, so I'm on my way. I'm about a quarter mile from the hostel. Here's the lake. Beautiful, beautiful morning. Temperature is probably in the 50s. And I'll be hiking up into those hills and following the lake. I don't know if it'll be up high or down low, but here it's all uphill for 20 miles. I think that'll be gentle uphills, which actually will be better for my toes. Little swimming area. Yeah, wish I'd come down yesterday and got in the water for a minute. So anyway, it's gonna be a great day. 13 miles, and I'm looking for where the trail goes. Looks like this is it right here. All right, I just took a real life situation and made concocting a short story to go with it. I left the hostel before a couple, their names are Cheeks and Superman. Really nice people, and I've bumped into them several times now, from starting in Station 19, hiking here. They were at a shelter and weren't feeling well. They stayed there the day, and then lo and behold, I saw them this morning at breakfast. They were at the same hostel last night. And anyway, I said, okay, well, I'm sure I'll see you soon enough. And I'm hiking around this awesome lake. Really, this trail is following it around the banks. I'm on the opposite side of where I started. And I hear these voices coming up behind me. It just, you know, it's like you're hiking. It's a beautiful morning. It's quiet, no wind. The lake is calm. You're in your own little world. Then you start hearing these voices coming up behind you, but they're coming too fast. It's almost like they're floating. It's like, this doesn't sound right, doesn't feel right. So you pick up your pace a little bit, but you keep hearing these voices, and it's like they're coming at you like a race car, but they're not there. It's just like in a bad dream. And it's staying behind you, getting closer, but it's not there yet. And finally, you know, you have to decide, do I stop and look back, or do I just let it pass through me like a ghost and feel a shudder as it goes by? So I decided to stop, and I look back. It was Cheeks and Sunset, Cheeks and Superman, and they were just going at a fast pace, but just with the curve and the trees and the woods, I never could see them. I just kept getting closer and closer. And I said, guys, you can make a scary short story out of that. Not sure if I did. With a little bit of work, I might be able to do it. But anyway, that was fun. Now I'm continuing on around the banks of the lake, which you can see is right behind me. And that's the direction I'm going now, right there behind me. And Cheeks and Superman are exactly where I said, in the sunset or the sunrise ahead of me. All right, I'm just on the opposite side of the lake. That's where I came down. You can see that person hiking the other direction. And those are the hills and mountains I was in yesterday. I'm assuming that's Pond Mountain, the taller one there in the middle that I had to go up and over yesterday. That wasn't super enjoyable, but obviously, as I've already talked about, the Laurel Canyon and the Laurel Falls were well worth it. Still hiking around the perimeter of the lake, though I'm above it now a little bit and further from it. I'll be passing a dam up here at some point. Be a good picture point, I believe. Anyway, I've talked on my videos about how some people, I think, leave the trail not because they can't do it, because it's the repetition of something hard every single day, over and over and over, where there's cold or rain or distance, and just being uncomfortable. And I think there's a lot of truth to that. But there's something else that I just thought about from my own experience and from talking to other hikers along the way. Just confirmed this morning and talking to some. I think at this point in the trail, where I'm over 430 miles, everybody has got some pain somewhere on their body, at different varying levels of degrees of level, and probably more than one place. Like, you know, I had my shin, my left knee kind of tweaks once in a while. I get a lot of pains during the day, back of my Achilles, one of my knees, you know, my calf, but it goes away. And it's a kind of a one-time deal. And you just got to be in tune to see if something persists or continues. And then, you know, you got something to focus on or treat. But I think a lot of people maybe misinterpret a sore knee or a sore foot, or maybe I got very sore toes right now from downhills in those boots, and I'm pretty sure there's a couple toenails I'm going to lose as a result. And they're still tender on downhills, not as bad. But you take any one of those, and you know, without the right mindset to approach it, you know, you may use it as what seems at the time like a legitimate reason to get off the trail. But I say trust the body. It will tell you when you really absolutely have to get off the trail. Ah, nice. I just came around a little ridge, bend in the trail, and I'm on the other lake on the other side of a little point. Anyway, so, you know, in my videos, I try to provide information, not just for friends and family and those who are interested, but those who maybe are considering a through hike in the future, and, you know, some honest views on the trail and what happens while you're hiking it, and how you can best prepare yourself to get on there and complete it. And I'd say having a strong mind-body connection, so you're in tune with your body, is a prerequisite, because that, I think, will, hello me, let's get my shadow, can take you off the trail. And you know, it took me off 6 or 7 days, and in hindsight, I think I was wrong. I think wow, I'm further above the lake than I realized. It's pretty, oh, a couple geese. That what apparently was my issue was more footwear. That was just the footwear I had was tweaking a spot near my shin, and changed the footwear, and it went away. I'm paying attention to see if something comes back, but so far so good. So it's just knowing your body and having that connection, and know what's just an inconvenience and what's an issue you got to pay attention to. This is a couple interesting views. Those are the mountains yesterday I was up, and I could see this dam off in the distance on yesterday's video. Off, I think, just above and to the right of that pillar right in front of me. It's a great view of the lake. But if you swing around, there's the hiker that I talked to a little while ago, moving down the road. It looks like this side was an old quarry of some type. Look at that cliff that, I don't know if that was man-made or natural. You see a lot of roads down there, and it goes way down. I guess this dam serves a good purpose, but I don't know what or who lives down there. I see some power lines way down there, so there must be some homes. But yeah, there goes some power lines. But very, very awesome views. I'm glad I'm not hiking down there. I am following that road up the hill, wherever it takes me. I've climbed, let's see, oh, look at that. That's a little hawk going by. Good timing. I don't know if you can see it on the screen. Climbed 900 feet in the last mile and a half. This is the high point, I believe, or mighty close to it, but it offers the best view of this continued northern end of the lake. It's all beautiful. Beautiful day. The wind's blowing a little bit of a chill, but drying the sweat off my body. Just an awesome views. Tell you what, these are just things you can't see unless you get out. And you cut that umbilical cord and put some miles in. Yeah, I guarantee you, I promise you it's worth it. It's awesome. And whether it's a day hike, a section hike, a lash, or a through hike, doesn't matter. Just get out. It just, that mind-body connection, nature, the views. I mean, it's all worth it. Climbing hills to get to these views. It's all just incredible. Come on out. Well, sorry for all the views from up here, but they just keep getting better. And I'm still not at the top, but I just don't know there'll be another view up there. You know, there's a bridge out in the distance. Every single, not every mountain has a payoff at the top, like this one and Hump Mountain, a bunch of them along the way. But the ones that do make all the other ones worth it. Probably can't see through the trees, a marina of some type. Just a beautiful day. This mountains in the distance are probably in my future. Just like these over there are probably yesterday. Well, at mile 7.5, 7.4, around there, I came upon this little stream that I wasn't sure it would be good. And then I saw, it's incredible, people put these leaves and just funnels the water. What would have been a hard to capture, spread out trickle into a nice steady stream. So I don't need a lot of water, but I'm gonna put about 1 liter in my bag, so that'll give me about 2.5 liters of water. All right, sitting here in the Shltr. Not too many tent sites. I've counted 2, maybe 3, but maybe there's more like right off the trail going down. But something I've started doing just to help my feet and legs stay as recovered as possible during the day is when I stop for lunch now, I'm taking off my shoes and socks, letting the feet air out and just do their thing, kind of rejuvenate. So I'm taking I used to just stop, grab something real quick and keep going. Spending 15 minutes just resting, and particularly my feet. And having a delicious tortilla with peanut butter and cheese. Today is my last bit of cheese, so I'll have something different with it tomorrow. And after searching for 6 grocery stores in over 3 states, I finally found some Spam singles in a little market in Hampton last night. So I got a couple of those. So I'm having a Spam as a dessert after my tortilla. I just passed the tent site that I was thinking of staying at. It was at 13.25 miles. And there were 2 guys there that were resting, but they were moving on. They're trying to go to the Shltr where I had stopped for lunch. But just kind of made a instantaneous decision. It just wasn't an attractive site. Not that that really matters if I was really hurting or tired. I'm walking uphill, by the way, so I may sound tired. And they said that the Shltr up ahead, 2.9 miles, it's a very nice Shltr, lots of tent spaces, a lot of water, 2/10 of a mile beforehand. Of course, I picked the time. That's all uphill, so you probably can't tell on the camera. So anyway, I'm going to move on to another 2.9 miles. Just came around the corner. That's kind of cool. The trail goes straight. These trees are like arching over to welcome me through their forest, and thousands of other hikers as well. By the way, I've seen 2 snakes today. I haven't seen any of the whole trail. I believe they were both garter snakes. I know they were non-poisonous, but I'm pretty sure they were garter. The most popular snakes out here are the garter, non-poisonous, and rat snakes, the big black snakes. I haven't seen one of those yet, but several people have. And then copperheads and rattlesnakes. Someone saw a rattlesnake yesterday, or they heard it off the trail as they walked by. But I haven't seen or heard any rattlesnakes or copperheads, but certainly on the lookout for snakes. So glad I noticed the 2 today. And this interesting trail going straight. I guess it's still on this ridge. It's just going straight up the ridge. This cool humming sound. It has the wind going through these power lines. Oh, anyway, it's just beautiful. Less than a mile to the Shltr I'm going to. It's got this great view, this strange hum, the pace. Just 2/10 of a mile from the Shltr. Stop for this water source. I just love the way these rhododendron leaves are used to funnel the water so you can get a decent flow. Works perfect. Got my bottle, got 2 liters in it, plus both my water bottles are full, so I'm good for tonight for cooking and starting off tomorrow. All right, it's been a beautiful day. Looks like a nice sunset. Wind's blowing, it's going down to 36 tonight, so it'll be cold. There's the trail I'll leave them tomorrow. And that was the Shltr. And there's 2 of us here right now, just myself and Beaver back there in the other duplex tent. His food bag is hung between the trees. There you can see it hanging. There's that black bag is mine, tied to a tree. So, good day, 16 miles. I felt good. I felt really good. So, I'm gonna try to do 16 again tomorrow, and that'll put me within 10 miles of Damascus. So I can get there Sunday, noon or 1 o'clock, and get into a hostel and get the lay of the land. So anyway, another great day, and I'm gonna do a few things and try to upload a video. Might have strong enough signal, I'm not sure, and go to bed. It's about 10 after 7.